A major requirement for a spreadsheet is that it is user-friendly. If it looks like a mess, it's not easy to use and it won't get used. And part of the OCR ICT requirements is that it is user-friendly. So let's have a quick look at what you can do to turn something that looks like this, lots of information, into something that actually works. So the first thing I'm going to do is make the headings stand out. We want them to be separate from all of the rest, and so I'm going to apply a fill. Now the thing about color is to go easy. Don't have lots of color, don't have lots of jarring color, use color sensibly. I'm going to use a fairly dark blue. Now if you look at that, the text now doesn't stand out, but we can very quickly do something about that. Make the text white, make it bold, and as they're headings, make them slightly bigger than the rest of the text below them. We can make the cells stand out, so that's too narrow, so let's make that there. And now we're going to start to actually format our table so that it stands out as well. So I'm going to put the entire table into a border. So I'm just going to click all borders. These yes and no's I think would look better center aligned. The amount numbers I think we'll leave as they are, and we'll come back to those in a minute. And I'm going to make the parts stand out a bit. Now I'm going to keep within a theme, so something like that, where I'm using a lighter shade, works really well. And I think that's now beginning to start to look like something we could use. Cost, these numbers here are all prices. Okay, so we actually want that to look like they're prices. Now you can sit there and type pound signs in or dollar signs or whatever you want in there to make it look like money, but it's much quicker to come up here and set the data type. And this is another requirement of your OCR GCSE anyway. So because we want them to be money, we're going to come down and set currency. And as you can see now, they all look like they're actually money. Numbers, now if I set these to a number, the problem is I get 2 decimal places and I can't have part of a part, so I don't want decimal places. So I'm going to actually format the cell and remove the decimal place. It's still a number, the spreadsheet knows it's a number, but it's a whole number instead. The final thing I'm going to do is something called conditional formatting. It would be very helpful if at a glance I could see which one of these say yes and which one say no. So I'm going to use something called conditional formatting. This will automatically change the color of the cell depending on what's in it. So I'm going to use a highlight cell rules, and as you can see there's several different versions, and as I've got yes or no written in my cell, I'm going to use the text that contains. Now if it's yes, that's a good thing, and in our language, green are normally used for good, so I'm going to set the rule to green if it says yes. Then back into conditional, highlight text that contains, and if it says no, that's where it goes red. And now you can see immediately I have a nice little area which says these 3 are no and these are green. Just to show you that in action, if I change this no to a yes, click off of it, automatically it goes to green. If I write no, automatically goes to red.